On the background of this video, you see a pattern. In the center, there's a big sun symbol that's surrounded by mini sun symbols all around. And there's a grayish layer of dots surrounding it. Then you have a second layer with two types of sun structures. That's repeated unevenly. See it there? And then you have a layer of dark spots again, and you have a third layer of sun structures. Now, when you see this image, it's easy to see the pattern. It's obvious when you look at it. Your brain recognizes immediately. It doesn't matter how complicated the lines are. Your brain sees the pattern. You recognize it. When you're dealing with the paranormal, that's how you need to see things. Because the paranormal only functions through patterns. Worldly people operate in patterns. That's why evil spirits can have an easy hold on them. So, when you're dealing with daily life, see the patterns. Look, incidents happen, okay? It can be that you went to work and you got into a traffic jam. It can happen. Or that you're on your way to work or on your way to see a friend and it's a train delay because someone jumped before the train. Such things happen. But if you notice that every time you're going somewhere, there is some interruption coming, then that's a pattern. If you notice that no matter what you do, to be on time, there's always something coming in between, that's a pattern. Or better said, let's say that you're always on time with everything except when you have to meet one individual. It can be that you have this one friend that you want to meet, but every time you're on your way to meet them, there's some disturbance. Now that's a pattern over there. Why am I telling you to notice patterns? Because when the Holy Spirit wants to keep you away from someone because someone carries danger, there will always be some disturbance when you're interacting with that individual. The Holy Spirit causes the disruption so that you will notice something about an individual. But sometimes we don't see the pattern. So the Holy Spirit disrupts us repeatedly so that we will notice the pattern. It can be that individual you want to meet. It can be that every time you talk to him, he brings up some accusation about someone. You never notice it, but it's a pattern. So this individual is operating in suggestive witchcraft, but you're not aware of it. And because you walk by faith now, the Holy Spirit causes disruption anytime you're about to meet this friend or this co-worker or relative. This disruption is to capture your attention, so you would see the pattern. Another example. It can be that you encounter angry people. If you are in a town that's hit by a financial recession and most people are affected by it, then you can encounter a lot of angry faces because people are upset, okay? But if you notice that a lot of folks only become upset when they see you, then you realize, hold on a minute. If you encounter one individual that looks angry at you and is upset, okay, it's an incident. If it happens once in a while, it can happen because you live in the world. A lot of people have their day. A lot of people have issues, and they tend to look angry because of it. But if you notice that over and over again, only you out of the whole crowd faces angry faces, now that's a pattern. It's a pattern of victimization. Because there's a victimization spirit haunting you that draws negative energy of people towards you. And that endangers you. You see what I'm saying here? You need to learn to see the patterns. Or it can be that things are going well with you. Things are working out and suddenly this relative calls you and keeps talking about her problems. But then you reflect on the past and you notice that every time in your life when something good happened, one of your relatives appear either on the phone or through texting, talk about their problems. And you realize that every time this happens, you're left drained. So you realize that every time when something good happens, you're drained afterwards because someone comes with disruption. Now that's a pattern. Too many people only see incidents. They don't see the pattern. It's important to reflect on things and notice the pattern if there is any. There isn't always a pattern, okay? I'm not telling you to become paranoid, always looking for something that ain't there. No. Well, when you notice a pattern, then 9 out of 10 times there is a pattern. That means there is something going on. And when you notice a pattern, figure out what the pattern is, not by your own strength, to go into prayer, fasting, and especially you should be alert. And when you see the pattern, you break the pattern. So if you notice that there's this individual, that anytime you're about to meet him or her, you feel some kind of unease, then stop meeting with that individual. If you notice that anytime when something good happens in your life, someone comes and talks about their problems, then begin to politely walk away from such people. And if you notice those people can't handle it, then you know that they're used by evil spirits. I'm telling you, see through the patterns. It's very important. Well, I'm going to keep this at this. I'm not going to make this video too long. Just examine the patterns. If there is a pattern, I'm saying there always is, but if there is a pattern, see through it. Then take actions against it in a Christ-centered manner. Okay? Don't just resist or act out against a pattern, because that is a trick of the enemy to keep you in the negative. No. Don't go into self-defense. Don't go into the beast mode, as they say in the world. Remain in a Christ-centered mode. Agree with Christ, and you'll see you'll be at peace.